Hello and welcome back to Strongwoman High's Dash Life is a Mishmash. Today we have very special guest, the winner of the Irish Strength Cup 2025, Maxine Winter, joining us on the podcast. Whoop whoop. Hey
Whoop,
Maxine,
whoop.
how you doing?
I'm all right, love. Thanks. You?
I'm all right, thanks. And fresh off of European Championships as well this weekend. You've had a busy couple of weeks, haven't you?
I am a fucking broken woman.
Not
I am.
surprised. Not surprised, mate. Not surprised. How
Yeah.
how's it been then? How have the last couple of weeks been? Give us a little rundown of what's been going on.
Hard. I signed up for the Irish Strength Cup because I really wanted to do it. So I'd asked if I could be invited, and I was, because it just looks really cool. I mean, who doesn't want to compete in a castle? It just
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to be a big ask doing two big comps in 2 weeks, but committed, so we was doing it. The Irish was great, loved it. It was just the best experience ever. I just really,
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Um, and everything was fine until Monday when my back decided to leave the chat
Oh
just ahead of
no.
Europe. So yeah, it was a bit of a mad scramble to try and ease that up a bit to try and be right for Europe. Because the only good thing was there was a bit of crossover with the two comps and events, so they were both log and obviously variation of deadlift and a bit of moving, so it wasn't
Yeah.
too bad. But yeah, by Sunday, my body was just like, you're taking the
Done.
piss. Yeah,
Absolutely done. Yeah. It's
absolutely,
so
yeah.
hard. That back-to-back competing is really difficult. And as well coming off like the Irish Strength Cup for me was like it's such a nice vibe, like it's quite calm,
Mm,
relaxing, like just a bit of a laugh, isn't it? Like good fun
yeah,
time. And then Europe's is like so serious, isn't it? Like can't be like sort of backing out of that and being like, oh, just have a chill one.
yeah. The intensity level are just from like say about a level 5 at Ireland, it is like you say a lot more relaxed, and then you're in a room with like 170 other athletes in York, and you're like, shit, this is a bit
I
more
know.
intense.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is
And
a bit, yeah.
how did you find Europe's then? We might as well because I've done a couple of Irish Strength Cup rundowns already, so
Mm.
we won't go over that too much, obviously, because we
Yeah,
spoke
yeah,
about you a lot being the winner. But
yeah. Winner, winner.
how was Europe's for you? What happened with your back actually? Let's go from that first. What happened with your back first of
To
all?
be honest, I don't actually know. I think because on Sunday I just decided I was having a day on my backside. So I just literally laid on the couch all day, watched some shite telly, went from one set of pajamas in the bath into another set of pajamas, and then
Nice.
Monday, I think my back had just completely and utterly seized up, to be honest. I've had trouble with it a lot last year, but it's been fine. So this was the most annoying thing in the world that I'm like, it's really, really been solid the whole time. And then, yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've just completely seized up, and Ireland was really back heavy as well. So
Mm.
yeah, I think it's just going, look, love, you're not 22, you're 40. Let's be realistic here. But T had been an absolute superstar. She had been on the Wednesday and Thursday trying to manipulate it and just try and loosen it off a bit. So we got through. I mean, I got through the deadlift, got through the log. Um, and then what else was it? Oh, bag throws, yeah. So day one was all right. I've managed to bend enough to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Um, Sunday though, I just think I was done. Like it wasn't even just my back. I think my whole body. I woke up with full of a cold on Sunday morning, and I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, like just every single engine light on the body is just screaming at me at this point to just
Yeah.
stop. Yeah, I don't normally sound like Barry White on a daily basis. That's just especially for you. There's a fly flying around my face. I swear to God, I'm gonna murder it.
I feel like you're on the
Sorry.
cusp, on the absolute cusp here. It's just been
Oh,
too
I
much.
know. It is. It's just one little thing's just gonna send me right off the edge. I'm just gonna like pop off the balcony in a minute.
Please not on the podcast.
No, I won't. I won't. No, it's been really good to say. I think the thing for me is to be stood in a warm up area with Claire Myler and Donna Moore and Annabelle, and I'm like, is this actually my life? Like 2 years ago, I mean, I'm still a fangirl now, but I've only been doing this is only my third year of being in the
Yeah,
sport, and to be stood next to these women that are just, unbelievable. It's mind
yeah.
blowing. I do have to pinch myself, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
it was
crazy.
such a stacked lineup as well. The Opens this year, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
absolutely stacked lineup.
yeah, it was really good. And obviously, there's a few of the girls, Steph and Becky, who I know from doing England's with previously, um, and Patricia competed with her last year as well at Europes. So it's
Yeah.
like it is a bit of a get together as well because you don't see each other that often because you're spread here, there, and everywhere. So it is a bit of a social at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And to be
it's good.
fair, coming fifth in that lineup is fucking insane.
Yeah, I can't be
Absolutely
mad.
insane. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like it
mean,
was like small names in front of you either there, like Donna,
no,
fucking
no,
Annabelle,
exactly.
Patricia, Yana,
Yeah.
like huge names
Can't
before
be
you.
mad. Can't be mad. I mean, to come out of day one, I was sat in third with like
Yeah.
an 8 point lead as well. So it was mine to lose, and yeah, I lost it. But yeah, I've not really trained a lot of yoke. I mean, there's no excuse. I wasn't up to standard on the day, but the yoke's not something I've trained a lot of. And actually, I'm usually quite confident on steeple, but I literally got about 4 steps in, started seeing stars, and by the time I got to the actual yoke, my legs were just going. I was like, oh, she's going, I'm going. I was like, what the fuck? My
Yeah.
legs have never gone from under me like that before. We're just gone. So yeah, it was just one of them things. I can't be
Yeah.
mad at it. I've had a whinge. I was more bothered that because I really would have liked to have come out with my Worlds invite, which I think I might still have got because I'm still in equal fifth with Gemma.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm fingers crossed for that. I was a bit more disheartened when I thought I'd have lost that because that was realistically the main goal really for this. So I'm sick of
Yeah.
doing qualifiers. I just
Don't
don't
want
want
to
to have
do
to
no more than
qualify for
qualifiers.
something.
That's very
Yeah,
fair. That's very fair. I'm pretty sure as well. I think it is top four, top five, top six that get invited to Worlds.
yeah,
So I'm pretty sure
yeah,
you'll be in.
yeah. I missed last year because I was sixth last year, so I just missed out. And my back had completely left the chat this time last year, so I wouldn't have gone anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna have the worst FOMO if I can't get to Texas this year.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
I
is that the
really want
goal
to
then
go
for the rest
play.
of the Worlds?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I'd really like to go. It just looks cool. I just like the experience of it as well. I mean, I'm under no illusion that I'm going to be competitive, but it's just a really good experience, and I would like to just go see where you line up against these crazy bloody women.
100%. I think you're selling yourself short there. I think you will be competitive because the thing is, like, you were sat in third on day one of like
Yeah.
Europe's. Like,
Mm,
realistically, if you had Irish Strength Cup, you'd have been able to send
mm.
that on day two and like probably held that third place.
Yeah, it would have been nice. And it'd just been such a cool, it really pisses me off because it would have been a really cool end. And I'm stood there with Annabelle and Donna. And like, if I'd have actually been competitive in my steeple, I would have been like, wow, that was really cool. But instead, no, I was just at the end dying.
That doesn't matter because
Well,
it is though. You live and you learn through these comps. Because how many years have
well,
you
yeah,
been
exactly.
competing? What got you into Strongwoman?
I went to do a bit of deadlifting coaching, and then yeah, I just fell in love with it. I really enjoyed it. I've always liked lifting weights, but never found where I really fit in. And other people obviously like lifting weights. I just did more bodybuilder type of stuff in the gym, and thought I could deadlift with me 120 that I was like obviously at the time really proud of.
Nice.
But but yeah, I just found just like-minded people doing strong woman. I've always liked strong man, but it's bizarre how big the sport is, but unless you know about it, you don't know about it. Does that make sense? Until
Yeah,
you're like in the circle and you know about it, it's actually really hard to find unless you're on Instagram and you know where to look for these things. Like I
yeah,
didn't even
absolutely.
realize that all these strongman gyms existed. So um, yeah, I did about 6 comps my first year. I did my beginners in January, and then I went into an opens in the March, and then did Manchester's strongest in the inters, did a chaos inters comp, and then I did Queen of the North, and that
Nice.
was like my first year, and then like my second, I went straight into doing England's.
Yeah, and what year was
So it's
that?
that was 2023.
Fucking
Yeah, so I
hell.
started January 23 and then 24. So last year I did England's and Europe's, and obviously this year same again, done England's, Ireland, and so this is just like literally my first proper full year of it, to be honest. So
Yeah. I was going to say, so
I've
you're still
done
pretty much
quite well.
a baby in this sport.
Well,
Only in
yeah.
your third year. Only in your
Just
third
an
year
old
competing,
one.
mate. No, it's not even third. This is second year competing then.
Yeah, second proper year of competing, yeah.
Bloody hell, mate. That's
Mm.
proper, that.
Yeah, yeah, it's been great. I do love it.
Well, you absolutely smashed it. I'll be excited to see what you like at Worlds, to be fair. That'll be really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it'll be quite good. The event should be quite good,
Yeah.
hopefully. Looking at the qualifiers, it's going to be log and finally a normal deadlift. If I never see an actual
Yeah.
deadlift again, I'll die happy.
Oh my
I
god,
will.
me too. I'm so sick of Axel. I'm so over it.
So over it. And just my axle and my normal deadlift are just day and night. I just can't. I mean,
Yeah.
ironically now my axle's now outdone my normal because I've done two at 230 on the axle where I haven't lifted 230 on a normal since last year when I went to Derry and we did me and Andrea went over and did the record breakers log and deadlift.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I pulled my first 230 there, and I've never done it again since. Don't really know
Too
what
busy
I've been
training
doing.
for comps, mate. Too busy training for
Yeah,
comps.
yeah. Rehabbing my back and training for comps. Yeah,
Nice. Right, well, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast then. So, what has been your Strongwoman high,
yeah.
Max?
I think most of these are going to come from this weekend now because I had an idea of what they were, and then now this weekend's happened. I'm like, oh, I've got new ones now. So
Hell yeah.
I'd probably say my high is that 230 axle deadlift.
Yeah.
Um, it was the same weight as last year's, and I failed last year's, and it was the first time I'd actually. This sounds really egotistical, but it was the first time I'd actually failed a lift in true style, and it was obviously the biggest stage I'd been on, so it was really nice.
Yeah.
So to get two with my back in, not the best shape, I think I held that deadlift at the top for like a couple of seconds longer than I really needed to because I was like, I'm really soaking this in. Just need
Yeah.
to soak this in for a little bit of a second. Um,
Class.
and obviously I don't pull in a suit because I just can't get on with it. Frank's running joke with me is that mine's a minus 10 kilo suit because I actually get worse when I put it on. So yeah, to have got 2 reps at that, I've redeemed myself in my own little brain, definitely.
That is
So
absolutely
that's my
insane. And
high.
to pull it without a suit as well is absolutely insane. I know Andrea Seed was pulling without a suit on, and I think, to be honest,
Yeah,
I can't remember seeing anyone else who didn't pull in a suit apart from you and Andrea, and it's
no,
just
no,
mental, that to me.
yeah,
Absolutely mental.
yeah. I think Andrea struggled to get back on with the suit because she's dropped some weight.
Yeah.
She's looking great, so she was just struggling to find her lines again, I think. So yeah, she's a strong deadlifter though. I mean, she didn't really need the suit for 190
Well,
for reps,
neither
clearly.
neither do you. Neither do you at 230. Fucking hell.
Well, no, yeah, yeah, no, it was good. I was happy with that, and the log as well. I don't like 4, but I'll take 2.
100%. Well, that's the thing. Like, do 100 kilo log anyway for any woman
Mm.
in this sport is insane. And getting it for reps at a competition, like, log's never the
Yeah,
same at comp as it is in training it in the gym, is it?
no, no, definitely not, and I've not had that much exposure to the wooden logs. It just sends your lines off a little bit. Like I
Yeah,
think we're all the same. We've got our favourite things in the gym and our favourite logs and stuff, even though you shouldn't do. You just get
yeah.
used to training on your own kit, don't you? So it's a bit like, feels a bit off,
Oh,
but yeah,
absolutely.
I was happy with 2. I was happy with 2.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. That's so cool. That it was fucking. It was just meant to see you do that, especially after like all the Irish Strength Cup stuff as well. Like,
Mm.
just smashed it out the park, Europes. I feel like.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend. I think I'm gonna like. I did crash a bit after Ireland. I was like proper depressed for about 4 days because it was just
Yeah,
such a great weekend, and everyone in that bit of Ireland is so bloody nice.
yeah.
Couldn't
It's a
believe
real
how like
friendly, in
just
it?
yeah, just we were like, yeah, are they all this nice, or are we just horrible?
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, it was class, that, and it's so cool to see as well. Like, I know it's been a short progression, obviously from 2023 to now, but like it's cool because I remember seeing you last year at England's and stuff as well, like going through the pathway. But then this year, like you're like a person that people are looking out for now, especially after the win at Irish Strength Cup. I know there was a lot of people talking
Mm,
about you coming into Europes, and that's like what a cool thing to have, like sort of as a background building into the sport
yeah,
now.
yeah, it's just madness. It blows my mind. It does, honestly. I'm like, me, me, just me,
Me,
just a did.
not at all. And what did you say? Did you say you were 40?
Yeah, I'm 41 in December.
Oh my god, why are you
Yeah.
not doing masters then? Having too
Feel like
much
I've
fun
got a
in the
bit more,
opens.
got a bit more to push. Yeah, I'm not ready to. It's a bit
Oh
more of a
yeah.
cardio festive masters. Like, not that fit.
I like
Like,
that, yeah.
that
You don't have to
masters
do the
women are
heavier
fast.
stuff.
I'm like, nah. I'll just stand still a bit more and lift heavier shit, and then let them lot do all leg work of like running and 15 reps on shit. No, no, I'm not ready for
Absolutely.
that yet. Maybe when
I
I'm a
like
bit fit.
that. Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that you're just like, nah, it's too light that masters for me. I'm gonna stick to the
Yeah,
heavy opens instead.
yeah, yeah. I'd like to see where I can push. Like I say, with like my strength's come on a lot this year. I do surprise myself. That's the thing. I think people think I'm being, a bit of a knob with it, but I'm genuinely. I do things and I'm like, shit, didn't know I could do that. So it's still
Yeah,
nice to keep pushing, and you know, I think I think I've still got a bit more in my log. I've still got a bit more in my deadlift to go. Yeah, I mean, I still want a 250 deadlift. Like, I want
yeah,
it. Like, my goal was my 100 log, which I've got, which I'm buzzing with. So, but now it's like, well, what else can I lift? How much more
yeah,
can I lift?
yeah.
When you
You've
see some
definitely
of these
still got time
opens,
to push. Yeah,
yeah,
for
try and cram
sure.
it in before my body completely leaves the chat.
You seem to be doing all right, mate. If you can do Europes with a bad back and still pull fifth place, then
Yeah,
you're doing all
yeah,
right, like, aren't you?
yeah. A fully functioning body going into Wales would be the dream.
Yeah. Well, you've got plenty of time, haven't you? Plenty of time. Good few months now to get everything together.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Bit of a break.
Yeah, I need a break. But not sit still too much because then something else will just seize up and that'll need rehabbing
Yeah.
as well.
Good. A break, but with a lot of mobility involved in it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I'm gonna do some yoga.
Oh,
Yoga,
good
yeah,
plan.
yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's a
good.
very good plan. Yeah, I like that. Lovely stuff. Right, well, let's move on then. So, what has been your strong woman low?
Um, Probably day two of yours. Yeah, day two. I say it was a low, but at the same time, you've got to be realistic in knowing that I've asked a lot of myself, and the
Yeah,
fact that my body's just gone, you know what? Yeah, you take it pace is fair. Uh,
yeah,
it's hard to say what the low is because there's so many highs, and I think even lows can become highs if you think about them with a logical brain rather than being a little bitch over it.
yeah. I like that. I do think that there's a point in that as well because I obviously like I've had lows in this sport, but
Mm,
realistically now looking back at them, I think was it a real low or was it just an opportunity to learn? And
yeah,
I've actually got better from that opportunity that I was given there now
mm,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. It's just having time to step back and have a bit of perspective. And like yesterday, like Sundays, I don't know what day it is either. Like Sunday after the comp, like I wanted to cry. I did cry, and I, I bumped into Luke Weaver actually as I was walking back round, and I was mid like my bottom lip were going, and I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm just so really shit. And he's like, look, at the end of the day, last year I wouldn't have had a clue who you were, and now if someone says Maxine, he's like, I know who you are, so it's not a bad thing. You just still
yeah,
come out with a fifth, so yeah, I think it takes time to be able to look at things with a bit of a better perspective rather
yeah,
than. And I'm the first person to beat myself up and be like, well, you were shit. Well, just better stop doing it now because you're really shit. When in reality, it was just one bad session or one bad lift, and there's usually a really reasonable explanation as to why, you've not lifted a weight that you lifted 2 weeks ago. It's because you're knackered or you've been pushing hard or, you know.
Yeah.
you've eaten too much cake and not enough veg, which is usually the case for
Yeah.
me. You know,
Yeah.
it
100%.
I think a lot of it is maturing and realizing that actually, you know, not everything's a bad thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
If
I
that makes
totally agree, and
sense.
I think it's really difficult because I mean we spoke about this on the podcast a lot, how it can proper take control of your life, like Strong Woman.
Mm,
And I was going to ask you about that, like how have you found balancing like your normal life to then doing a lot of Strong Woman because you've had like quite a fast trajectory into like those high
yeah,
levels of strongman. So how have you found balancing normal life to this now?
I don't really have a life. I'm quite a boring person. I
It's
genuinely
just
don't
strong
do
man.
stand all. I just do strongman. Yeah, my whole life just revolves around going to the gym now.
Fair enough.
Um, but it's what I like. I mean, I work full time. I work and then I go to the gym and then I just like having weekends to just chill and
Yeah.
come and go as I please. I like being on my own as well. I don't have to be around loads of people. Like after this weekend, I'm quite happy to see no one for 5 days straight. I'm like I'm peopled out.
All
Just
done
want to
now.
sit in a cold, dark room for a bit. But yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think it's right. It's easy to let it consume you, and let everything revolve around it. Like I choose not to go out drinking and stuff because I swear we went out Sunday night and yesterday, shit the bed.
Rough.
I was hanging. I was
Oh
hanging.
no.
My back were killing me. I was full of a cold, so I was like alcohol sweats and shakes going on. Snot. I was like, Jesus.
This is terrible.
This is why I don't go out because there's no going out for a couple with me. I'm either not drinking at all or I'm just going full pelt. And we went full pelt, and yeah, I paid the price for that yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't pleasant.
See, I love after like comp sesh, but I'm with you on this. That I think the older I've got, the worse I've got at being able to recover. Like I'm already going to struggle recovering because it's a comp anyway. But then if I go
Yeah,
out and drink on top of it, the next day, fuck me, that's
yeah,
not a 2 day hangover. That's pulling into a 3 and 4 day hangover
I
at that
know.
point.
It is. It's just the hangovers alone stop me drinking. I just can't deal with it. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I think I toddled off to bed. We got back to the flat. I was staying with Andrew and Bridget, and Doug was with us as well. And I think I just took myself off to bed, and I woke up fully clothed. I was just, I was like, I'm done.
I'm done.
And I just woke up, just led there, like, still fully dressed from the night before. I was like, oh my God.
Oh
Who's put
no.
sawdust in my mouth? It was gross. It was just so gross. What the woman
Yeah.
must have thought of the cafe. I was like, I need a full English. So I went to this like really posh little place in York that was just probably the worst place to go because it was quite cute and a bit posh. And I'm like, this isn't greasy enough.
Yeah, I need like a proper greasy spoon to fit this
Yeah,
moment.
it needed to be a bit dirtier, but yeah, it revived us slightly.
Yeah, no, I think it's tricky that, isn't it? I think after comps now, I'm more of a like, I'll have a couple of beers, bit of a like, bit of
Mm,
chat, and then that's me done. I'm happy then.
yeah, no,
Don't need a big
we've done it every
sesh.
time. We did the same in Doncaster after England's. But that was even worse because it was so cheap. It was like a 90s throwback. Like everything was like £2. Shots were a quid. So it was like, and you're just a dick, even though it's like five, five shots for like £5. It was like, let's have 10. So, for every drink, we're having 3 shots. I don't remember
Fucking
getting home that
hell.
night. Dropped my kebab on the floor. It was just
Oh.
ridiculous. I should know better. I should know better, but I don't.
I,
I never learn.
I tell you what, though, I find this though with Strong Woman, certain competitions, like if there's a good vibe going on and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, should we go out for a few beers?" It can get very out of control very, very quickly. And I don't feel like I've ever really been in a group of like mates and going out and stuff where I've had like it can go so out of control so fast.
No.
Like I've had some absolute mental nights out after comps, like with Strong Women. It
Yeah,
is part of like the lifestyle a little bit, isn't it?
yeah, it is. And then everyone like when you say to people, and people are like, "Oh, maybe you'll be competing." Like me and Andrew are picking up these 2 girls in this bar. I'm like, "Why are we picking up women in bars?" And like, why are we doing this? And like, my back the next morning was even worse. And I'm like, why was we picking up them girls in this bar? They were like, can you pick us up? And we were like, yeah, let's just grab picking
Go
up
for
random women in bars. Like,
it.
oh, Jesus. Stupid.
Yeah, it just gets carried. It gets carried away, doesn't it? It gets carried away, especially if you've had a good day at the comp. I feel like it just all goes
Yeah,
down the drain, doesn't it?
just ride the high and then it's
Yeah,
just like a slow roll down the hill.
absolutely, absolutely. No, that's class. I love that. I love how you like lows. You were like, I haven't really got any. Again, another person. We've had so many people on this show the last couple of like weeks who've I've been like, what's been your strong woman low? And they're like, I haven't really got one. But
Mm,
I like that because it makes
yeah,
the sport look really nice, doesn't
let's
it?
make it a positive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, so what would you? We'll do the third question then. So, what would you say to yourself then when you first started the sport? Looking back,
I thought about this one, but actually, the one that I came up with wasn't actually really anything to do with the sport. Because I was like, my only regret would have been I wish I'd have done the sport sooner.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but if I could go off tangent and tell my normal younger self something, it would be don't be concerned about having a fat ass because give it 15 years and you'll be dead trendy and everyone will want one. Because
That's a very
I've
good
always had a
point.
big ass and like when you're 10, it wasn't cool. Like nobody wanted one.
No,
But then obviously now, like, it's like, oh, I wish I had a job. I'm like, you don't. You really don't.
yeah, it is.
So
It's a thing though,
overrated.
isn't it? Yeah, it's
It is.
mental.
Like, why
It,
anyone would pay for it, I don't know.
it's crazy though because it's that thing of like the fashion trends. It's like the same with bodies, isn't it? Bodies trend
Yeah,
in and out. Like fucking hell, when we were all
yeah,
growing up in the nineties and stuff, you
yeah,
had to
yeah.
be skinny as fuck. Like
We
the
did.
in thing was being a twig,
Mm,
an absolute twig.
mm,
Whereas now your in thing's Kim Kardashian, isn't it? And it's like
yeah,
mad how it changes.
yeah, yeah. It's ridiculous. No, it's ridiculous. And that's one thing this sport is good for. Even as a 40-year-old woman, it's like massively. And that's probably what I would tell myself when I started. Like, don't worry about how you look because actually the sport itself is actually really accepting of everybody, all shapes and
Yeah.
sizes. And actually, you're going to find somewhere that you do fit in and you don't need to be bothered because no one cares about your belly, you know?
Yeah, yeah, literally. I totally
Yeah,
agree. And I think that's one of the
mm,
great things with Strong Woman is that it is
mm.
so inclusive. Like no one gives a fuck how you look. They care about what you
Oh,
can lift and how
absolutely.
you behave as a person.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%. So, yeah, that's what I would have told my younger self anyway.
I like that. Yeah.
Randomly.
Start the sport earlier and also that ass is gonna be fucking in high demand in the
Yeah,
next few years.
yeah. Don't you
Like it.
worry. You're gonna save
Get
yourself
to
a
like
few
it.
grand there, love.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. No baby else for you, mate.
No, no, definitely
And as
bloody not.
well, obviously got big glutes as well, which is going to help you in the sport,
Yeah,
make it easier.
I never used to have like upper glutes. They used to like, I think it was just my ass was just all for show. They actually do work now.
Even better, even
They
better. I know
function now.
that's one thing. So the last like couple of years, obviously I've had fucking back pain for ages. Be like I've
Mm,
just my back's just fucked, and
yeah,
I've tried loads of little different things to try and get it to like be better and fix my back and stuff. And I went to one physio a couple of years ago, and he was like, "You don't use your glutes at all, you know, like you like in your deadlifts or squats, like you're just not using them." And I was like, "Right, okay." Obviously I was a little bit, but I wasn't really prioritizing
yeah,
them. I started prioritizing them. Fucking
mm,
hell, they do work
yeah,
really well, don't they, when you use them?
yeah.
Big
Yeah,
muscles then.
it's ridiculous. Mine, because I've been the same. Like Europe's last year, I'd slipped a disc and ended up with bloody sciatica and all sorts. It was ridiculous. But again, mine was the same. Like not using my glutes enough, not using my legs enough stupidly. You know, like how
Yeah,
can you not use these things that are attached to your body to do a deadlift? No, no, just
yeah,
gonna back it up.
yeah, hundred
So yeah,
percent.
no, I feel you there.
I remember going to that physio and he said to me, like, and you'll be able to do this at home. If you think, oh, I don't know if I use my glutes very much in deadlifts, try
Mm,
this, listeners at home. Just stand on one leg and try and contract your glute. Just stand on one leg, contract that glute. When I tried it, I
mm.
couldn't even fucking do that. I was like, I can't. I'm contracting my hamstring. And he was like, well, don't do that. Do your glute. And I thought, I've got absolutely zero mind-muscle connection to my glute muscle. Like, no fucking wonder it's not working. My brain's just gone, we're not using them. Fuck them.
Yeah,
We don't need
there's not a
these.
channel to that.
Yeah.
Do you know,
And
I think
honestly,
I overused mine, I think. I was doing the hammer hold
yeah.
stupidly. And it was halfway through that I realised I was squeezing my ass. And then when I realised I was doing it, I was like, well, I can't let go now. What if it's helping?
I'll do-
So I did the
yeah,
whole
we can
75 seconds using my arms and squeezing my ass.
I tell you what, I know for a fact I wasn't doing that. So maybe that is the trick. It's
There you
your
go.
glutes for hammer hold that you need to get
Top
on
tip,
to.
top tip. If in doubt, squeeze your ass.
Absolutely, that's how I'm going to do it going forward now, mate.
Yeah,
You've given me a tip
yeah.
there. Thanks.
Get your ass in gear. Glute gains while you're doing
But
it.
class, I love that. Absolutely love that. Right, well let's move on then to the final part of the episode. So we have the silly goose.
Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where our lips get loose and our minds run free. Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where we chat a load of shit that's of absolutely no use. It's silly goose time.
Do you have a silly goose you would like to bring to the table?
I tried to think of one, but I couldn't think of anything that was worthy. I wanted something
That's
really good and cool, but I was like, such a letdown.
It doesn't matter. They're hard. I feel like asking for silly gooses on the spot are always a little bit trickier to do. So we can go through a couple because I always have a list ready just in case. Right. What is your favourite weirdest food combo? So two things that, well, three things.
Ooh,
Stuff that
well,
shouldn't go
it's
together, but does.
probably, I don't know if this is a weird one or not, but when like we're younger and still now, I'll have a beetroot butty. Like, did
A
your people eat beetroot
beetroot.
butties?
I've never heard
Yeah.
of that. You'll have to
Yeah.
explain.
Like, just beetroot on a sandwich. Sliced pickled sliced beetroot. Root butties.
What? With nothing else in it? What fucking wartime were you brought up in,
No.
mate? What the fuck?
I used to love it when I was younger. And I was my neighbour sister. I still eat them now. Yeah. Beetroot
Just a
butty.
bit, just a bit of
Just a
pickle
bit, just
beetroot
a
in
bit of
some bread.
pickled beetroot on a butty. Yeah. Try it.
That I've never heard of that. I feel like that's not
Yeah.
a known thing. I feel like if people have heard of that before, put a comment on the pod because I don't believe this is an actual thing.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a
Maybe it's.
Glaston thing.
I was gonna say maybe it's a regional thing. Where are you from?
Might be. I'm from I'm from a little village called Croston. It's like a tiny little blip on the map near like between like Southport and Preston.
Ooh, right, okay. So what is that? West Coast peeps. Have you heard of beetroot butties or not? I'm not
I'm
buying
not
into
gonna
things. I
lie,
feel like
fucking
your mum was just
sweating.
like, what on earth are we gonna give these kids?
I know, yeah.
Some
Poor
beetroot in a
poverty
sandwich,
child.
fine.
Sticking some beetroot on a butty, I'll shut up. Probably a way of trying to get me to eat some. I was such a fussy eater when I was a kid as well.
Well, yeah, but you'd eat a
Yeah,
beetroot sandwich. What the fuck? That's not fussy
yeah.
eater thing.
Beetroot butties and melon. I think is pretty much what I used to live off.
Beetroot butties and melon. What a weird
Mm.
diet. I feel like that's such a weird fussy eater thing as well. That like the fussy eaters I know will eat like pasta, chicken nuggets, bread. They wouldn't touch a
Yeah.
beetroot. Oh no way.
No, I never used to eat pasta. I refused. I wouldn't eat pasta or burgers or anything like that. That was weird.
You're like a next level fussy eater, aren't you? Where you've got like your
Yeah,
favourite little
I mean,
weird
not
food
now.
combos.
I'd just kind of live off cake if I could. I really would. Just
Oh, me
like eat
too.
cake for life.
I went to
I've
Little
got to
Bakery
start.
today. It's fucking legit. I love Little
Nice.
Bakery.
I love it. Andrea brought a cheesecake this weekend. Oh God, I was more gutted when I woke up after my drunken crash out that I'd not eaten cake before I'd gone to sleep.
Oh no. Well, at
I
least you had
know.
cake for breakfast, though. I mean, good
Yeah,
carryover, isn't it?
yeah. No, it's good.
Absolutely.
It's good.
I don't know. To be fair, a lot of the combos of food that I eat are weird, but probably my weirdest one is tomato soup and pasta. That's my favourite thing. Like if I need
Soup and
comfort
pasta.
food.
Like to
Yeah,
put the pasta in the soup.
yeah, yeah. Just mix it
Do
around
you know, I
like
actually
this.
hate soup. I know it's a really stupid thing to say, but because it's just like liquid summer, I just don't do soup.
Oh,
Like, I'd have
no.
soup and I'd have bread. Once bread's done, I'm over that.
Oh, no, I'm a soupy person, mate. I fucking love a soup.
Is it not just like
Absolutely.
pasta shapes or something? You know, like spaghetti hoops and stuff. It's just the same thing, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. My favourite ones are the ones you can get, that are like the shell pastas. So they're like a bit
Yeah,
like they've got like they're like mini bowls, aren't they?
yeah,
Basically, and
yeah,
they pick up a lot of soup, and then you can smash them in with
yeah.
it. But yeah,
And
they work really well.
do you get a shell in a spoon and try and get a bit in the shell just to like, you know?
Absolutely, yeah, because it's like a double whammy, then, isn't it? Double whammy of soup. You're getting bonus soup with every scoop. It's fucking ideal. Right, I've got one more silly goose for you. Have you got time? Do you want one more silly goose?
Yeah, go on then.
Right, okay, this one's a bit out there, a bit weird. I'll give you a second think if you need it. If you had to wear a hat made out of something unusual every day, what would it be?
A hat out of something unusual.
Yeah. So I can tell you mine, and mine's
Yeah, go
inspired
on.
from a TikTok. So there's a guy who makes hats out of dried cucumbers. He's got a crazy name. I can't remember what it is. If it comes up, I'll send you it. But he makes hats out of
Okay.
dried cucumbers, and then he can just like snack on them throughout the day. And I thought, ideal, snack and a hat,
Yeah.
win-win.
Yeah, so like I could do like a crisp hat.
You could do a crisp hat, yeah.
That'd
I
be
mean,
quite
Grace
good, yeah.
Hilborn might try and
I
steal
was
it off
gonna
you, but
say, yeah, she might do, yeah. I might, yeah.
yeah, a crisp hat would be
Maybe
good.
shoes. You could have like a shoe hat. So you know, like if you got a bit bored what shoes you're wearing through the day, you could just like switch it up a bit.
That's a very good shout, and especially if you're wearing heels, you can have
Yeah,
a hat made out of like
yeah,
flat
exactly.
shoes. Swap them
Yeah, you
out.
could. Yeah, I have
Swap
actually
them
got
out.
like hundreds of pairs of shoes. Like, I used to be like a proper shoe girl until I
Oh,
like got a bit old and then I'm like, no, I'm not anymore. But yeah, I could like recycle all my shoes now.
yeah, and make hats.
Mm, yeah, I'm sure the big. I've still got some like 7 inch like stripper heels. Like I nearly broke my neck in them because it was like a game. It was like the highest the pair of shoes I could possibly wear on a night out, the better. And I peaked at the 7 inches. And my sister still pisses herself now because I was literally stood there at the side of the road, and the next thing I was just bang, I was gone.
Flat on the floor.
I was just down.
It's a high way to fall, isn't it? On 7 inch
It
heels, it
is,
feels like
yeah.
you're a lot
I
higher off the
mean,
ground than you should be.
yeah, especially when I'm only 5'4" to start with. Like, I've probably just fallen like half my actual height to the floor. These goddamn shoes.
Okay, now I can relate
I
to that because when
swear.
I went and did that video in the gym for the notebooks, and I wore the heels and did the Nicki Minaj pose. Honestly, I couldn't walk in the gym.
I was impressed.
I was literally walking around the gym like I'd shit myself, get to my position, sit down, look really good for that like 20 seconds I could sit there, and then
Yeah.
immediately like an idiot again the minute I had to walk anywhere. Like I was just like a Bambi on ice. It was awful. I can't walk in them shoes at all.
I feel like I really need to try it. It looks really cool.
Do it.
I just don't know if I've
Honestly,
got the balance.
I've said to everybody it's actually easier in heels. I found it easier to do in heels, the balance, than I did
Yeah.
barefoot.
I think the thing actually that I would struggle with is I don't think I can actually put that my foot over my knee. I don't think my legs actually. Like I can't cross my legs. I've just got short, fat tree trunk legs. They just don't cross. And then you see these people with like super long legs and they cross them and then flick it under the foot as well. And I'm like, well, that's just showing off. Like I can barely cross my goddamn legs. I think that. Yeah, I think that'd be the
If
bit
your
I'd
legs are only
struggle with.
about 2 foot long, though, mate, that's understandable. That.
They're tiny.
No
I'm more body than legs. Ridiculous.
No, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
I'll
enough.
work on getting my socks on first because that's a struggle at the minute.
Yeah, work on that
Honestly.
first before doing that. Just
Yeah,
in case.
Saturday morning, Bridget had to put my socks on for me. I was like, this is a really good way to start camp. But then Sunday, I
Oh,
was like,
no.
feel like you need to do it again because it might be a bit of a good luck omen now. So just put my socks on again.
Just using Bridget as your personal put
Yeah,
sock on.
yeah,
Let's go.
honestly. She's a ledge.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I won't keep you for much longer. Do you have anything that you would like to plug, or where can people find you to follow along with your journey and all that sort of jazz?
Oh, you can find me on the Instagram. I think I'm Max.Winter84.
I'll tag you
Um,
below.
yeah, training out of Sanctus Gym. So just changed the name, and I'm still trying to get my head around the name.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've literally just had a massive revamp and that. So in St Helens, feel free to come down. They've got loads going on. So yeah, and thank you
Absolutely.
very much for inviting me to be on the podcast. I was very
No
excited.
problem. Thank you for being on, Maxine. It's been a pleasure. And we will see you all on the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Strong Woman Highs, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the podcast, then please give us a follow on Instagram. Or if you would like, we're also on buymeacoffee.com/strongwomanhighs. This is where you can send us tips, or you can also join our membership area, which is $5 a month or £4 a month. It's the silly gosling level. We'll post out any extra content that we get on there, and hopefully a few little free giveaways of things as well. The podcast currently doesn't cost a lot to run, which is what we're trying to keep it as, but we would like to be able to cover our costs, and also once those costs are covered, any profit that is made on Strong Woman Highs will be getting saved up and put into a pot for future Strong Woman competitions that we can sponsor. So if you have a Strong Woman competition that you'd like to be sponsored, or if you want to be on the podcast, then give us a shout, send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere else you can get us, and we'll get it sorted, because the more women that we can get on, the better. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye!